Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And today in this video, we are going to discuss or brainstorm about focus, not how to increase the focus, but rather than to understand what can naturally bring our focus to any center point. Like for example, we want to focus to crack any exam. So how we can naturally incline ourselves to bring that focus to our work, and what is that reason which makes us distracted or lacks our focus. So this is going to be the center point of our conversation. Starting with it. This problem is commonly very much seen right now with many of the students. You must have heard about the term ADHD and like short term focuses with the coming up of reels and shorts. So, uh, and many of the times, most of us have experienced, or would I would say everyone would have experienced that whenever we are given a task or we have to focus on a goal, we get distracted very easily. I would say, uh, discussing about the workflow, we assign ourselves a task. We work on it very enthusiastically for about 3 to 4 days or 5 days or a week, and then we start losing focus on our work. We try to we try to shift our we we do not try, but it naturally occurs that our focus tends to shift from our work or our goal to some other point. So this is a scenario which everyone would have faced in their life. So talking about that, what is the cause of this? Okay, we will try to understand, or we will try to brainstorm what actually brings our focus to our work. So if I would say, if there's a clarity in our thoughts, like for example, I would take an example of students preparing for any competitive exams. So the first point is that if we know a clear roadmap of how we are going to achieve that, like for example, if we have to clear any competitive exam, we should be aware, a student or any other person should be aware of the clear roadmap or the clear steps or actions he or she has to take in order to achieve this. This is the first point, this is the first highlight. Adding on to this, he or she must also be clearly aware of is the result he or she is going to get at the end. And if there's a doubt of even 1% in the person's mind that I will not be able to achieve it, if there's a doubt of 1%, if there's a 99% surety that I'm surely going to achieve this target, and 1% hint of doubt is there that I will not be able to achieve that target, then the focus will be lagging. Then definitely a person will tend to shift from one thing to another, from another thing to next other thing. So in a nutshell, I would like to elaborate in one single word: the cause of focus, the cause of a good focus is clarity. Clarity of what? Clarity of not only the actions we have to take for achieving any goal, but also the clarity of what we are going to get at the end of any goal. And it should be very clear in our mind as well that anyhow I am going to achieve this. If there's a single hint of doubt or single if and but, like for example, I would be taking an example, like for example, um, if a student is preparing for any competitive exam, right? The two students, I would take a scenario of two students, as per my experience. So one student, it is for the first student, um, the student is a very average student. Let's take both the students are very average students in the studies, and both of them start preparing for the competitive exams. Okay, so for the first one, the person believes that yeah, I had to give this exam, and he or she starts preparing by enrolling into any coaching facilities or anything by self preparation. I'm not getting into that. But if he or she starts preparing for that, and but he doesn't or she doesn't have that insight in his mind that anyhow I will be able to crack this exam, that the person's impression is that let me try for this, let me get into this, let me see if I can be able to make it at the end or not. So if this is the insight of that person, then there's So if this is the insight of that person, then there's most of the probability that he or she will not be able to clearly qualify for that exam. But if we are taking the second scenario, in which the person has clearly taken a deep analysis of his qualifications, of his abilities, he's clear in his mind that at the end I am going to achieve this. This is the roadmap, this is the u-turn for this. At this point of time I will be facing these situations, but after certain point of time I will be able to achieve, hit on my target on that, hit on my target or my mission. So if the roadmap is clear, and if he or she is very, if he or she means that the vision is very much clear that at the end I will be able to achieve this, then there's a very high probability of that person, of the second person, that he or she will be able to achieve the goal. um I would also like to mention one more thing, that even if the vision is clear, even if the end goal is clear, means that in my mind I'm very much clear that I will be able to achieve this at the end. These all situations I'll be facing, I have analyzed my potential, I have analyzed all the situations on the basis of what has been the situation of the students in the past, in the past 10 years, what they have faced, what is the passing percentage of people, how they, what is the pattern the people who have cracked this are following. If I follow this, will I be able to clear this or not? If this is all clear, so I want to bring this into highlight. If even all this is clear, means that the end goal is clear, the roadmap to achieve that is clear, there's still a possibility that we will be getting distracted very now and often. But if we have a clear goal and roadmap for our mission, then we will be automatically switching back to our own path after getting distracted. So, the clear demarcation is that if a person has a clarity of thoughts, then he or she will be tending to get back into his own path or the goal or mission he wants to focus very soon, in comparison to the person who doesn't have a clarity in his thoughts and a clarity of what he's going to achieve and how he's going to achieve. Yeah, that's all for now. So, in one single word, for focus, I would say clarity is the basic thing. We need to be clear what we are going to do, what can be our actions, what can be the repercussions, what is the probability of we can what is the probability of achieving our target. If this is 100%, then we are sure that we will be maintaining a high focus in our work. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'm still trying to figure out things, so yeah, thank you so much for watching.